Yo, 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 everybody welcome in. Everybody welcome in. You are now tuning into the 5minusTwo podcast. I'm your host, EB Sweatlot. So everybody welcome in, welcome in. It's February 12th, 2025. It's Wednesday, y'all. Hump day. Man, it's Wednesday, man. We got a few topics, man. So let's dive right on in. Man, we gonna talk about the Eagles, man, putting a beat down on the Chiefs. We're going to talk about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. And I heard it was the most watched Super Bowl performance too as well. And man, we're going to talk about a few things. So, man. So, man, let's get the obvious out the way. Woo! Man, that Super Bowl, man. I guess that three-peat. Guess that's what happens, man. You talk about belt to ass. Belt to ass, man. That Eagles, shout out to Jalen Hurts, but that Eagles defense was on Patrick Mahomes' ass the whole time. It was they were all over him like piranhas, man. And you want to talk about a beatdown, a stomp? Man, that game was woo. But man, shout out to Jalen Hurts, and he got the MVP too as well. Shout out to Saquon, man. But I got to give a special shout out to that defense, man. The Eagles defense showed out, man. Y'all came and did y'all thing. But man, you talk about belt to ass. Man, and I'm so happy for Jalen Hurts, man, because you know he's got a lot of criticism, man. He's one of the top QBs if you ask me, but it's always like hit and miss, and it's like, man, in the regular season he balling out, but when it's time to perform on that big stage, it's always, you know, it always goes left field. But man, I'm glad they came and showed out. So shout out to Philadelphia, man. 40-22. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. But man, shout out, man. I'm so happy for him. And then also, man, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, man. He had Serena Williams, Samuel Jackson. Of course, SZA came and did her thing. But man, I heard it was the most watched Super Bowl performance. I guess they said it was like over 133 million. Wow. And it was pretty, I liked it, man. It was dope. There was a lot of symbolism in it. Excuse me. It was a lot of symbols in his performance and stuff like that too. And it's kind of crazy. I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, I'm happy. You know, Kendrick Lamar's on this victory lap, man. Just won the Grammys for a diss song, and then to perform the Super Bowl back to back. And then you have Samuel Jackson and Serena Williams. So man, it's a full circle moment, man. And I'm just it went hand in hand. You know, Kendrick Lamar's performance was pretty. I liked it. It was dope. And, you know, the Eagles put a beat down on the Chiefs. So, I mean, you want to talk about, man, justice, the balance being restored. It was definitely restored, man. So, shout out, man. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Saquon. Shout out to Philadelphia. And especially shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles defense, man. Y'all made Patrick Mahomes look like he didn't belong in an NFL uniform. Like, God. And man, everybody's still going. Man, I can't lie, man. I know the Super Bowl and stuff like that's over with, but I am still trying to wrap my head around this whole Luka and AD trade. And man, it's gonna be interesting to see how Luka and LeBron mesh. Cause let's keep it above. Ever since this trade, we know this is Luka's team in the future. So, LeBron, you still one of the GOATs. I'm just saying, man, this is no longer your team. This is Luka's team. So, it's going to be interesting to see how you two kind of can coexist and how you guys' game meshes on the floor. And AD, man, he's putting up good points. But, man, already got hurt in his Mavs debut. Yeah, Nico, bruh, I don't know you from a can of paint, but man, you may have to relocate to Oregon or something, bro, because what you just did, I don't know what's in the office. I don't know if this was intentionally. If you ask me, my personal opinion, allegedly, I think y'all did it for other reasons because we know the owners are very, very, very big and have ties into the casino industry. So I kind of find it very interesting you traded Luka, a 25-year-old All NBA All-Star and one of the best players in the league, for an injury-prone mid-30s, what I think is early 30s, AD, who end up getting hurt. Like, man, already in his debut. I mean, his debut, he was putting up points. Don't get me wrong, but man, things that make you say, So, man, it's kind of crazy. But man, things are interesting, man. Things are interesting. So, I just wanted to touch bases on those few topics real quick. The Eagles putting a beat down on the Chiefs, Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance, and Luka and LeBron. That's kind of interesting. And speaking of the NBA, I've heard their ratings and their viewership is down from like 48% to 50%. So I'm sorry, but the NBA is so far behind. The NFL got that locked. I mean, it was the most watched Super Bowl. I think it was over 133 million. Over 133 million. Man, and it kind of sucks because the NBA, it's interesting to see how they progress, because viewership is down. And it's too much, I agree, you got you basically get a tech for even breathing. You really can't play defense. There's no more rivalries. Everybody's best friends. And it's sad. You have more athletes, and I'm not judging anybody. Hey, I got a podcast. You have more athletes doing podcasts than actually being in the game. So it's almost like, it's a money play. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. Hey, I'm just a sports fan, so what do I know? I'm just expressing my opinion, and like everybody else on YouTube. But man, once again, you are now tuning in to your host, EB Sweatlot. Man, I just wanted to run by y'all, man. I give you my 2 cents and my thoughts on the Eagles Super Bowl. Man, the Eagles putting a beat down on the Chiefs, 40-22. Kendrick Lamar's super performance being dope and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it, man. So just want to hit you up. But once again, excuse me. Once again, you are now tuning into the 5minusTwo podcast. I am your host, EB Sweatlot, man. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. However I greet you is however I greet you. But I'm not going to hold you. I'm going to let you guys know, hey, I'll holla. Peace. Check out